Okay guys, here we go, loud and proud, Honda Civic EG, kswap, supercharged, Dynodaze track car. Time to do a spot of tuning before it competes at the weekend. I hope you can hear me because it is a noisy girl. Let's get on with it. Just going to take a moment in this video to appreciate how beautiful this engine bay is. Now, the outside looks amazing, but you know what? The inside is amazing. And that's because Richard uses quality oils. And if you're going to look after your Honda, it's quality oils you need. So we have a sponsor, and it is worldoflubricant.co.uk. And if you go on their website and you put in the code Dyno, you'll save yourself a load of money and you'll support this channel. So thank you very much. worldoflubricant.co.uk. Use the code Dyno. Let's get lots of quality oils. Well, this sounds incredible, doesn't it?
My own car.
Your own car?
My own car.
Now, explain to the ladies and gentlemen at home exactly why we are map tweaking this car.
Well, let's start with the base story. At the start of the year, I decided I wanted to do something with the car. I've been sat around for 3 years, hadn't really been anywhere, done anything. So I tied up the rear arse, just did a little bit of work on that, stuck it through the paint shop, got some paint work done on it. Then sort of like sat on the back burner a little bit with everything going on with the paint shop and with Jensen. It just like sort of sat there not doing a lot. And I decided, yeah, I do want to do it and I want to get in the first rounds coming up. So anyway, I missed the first round because just couldn't get the work done on the car at the same time. Just so much going on in the workshop. But anyway, I ordered a trailer, and once I ordered the trailer, I made the decision I'm definitely going to be getting on with it and get the car done. So
nice trailer, Richard.
Yeah, so it needed some more work. Obviously in the back, some welding and some bits and bobs. The back panel, unfortunately, was rusty on the seam of the back panel, which is really weird. I sort of see the bit it broke off where the bumper fitted and where I'd had the diffuser and the rear and the exhaust. I thought it might have just been a bit heavy and it broke it off. But then it had loads of sealer on the inside. So it's obviously had a back panel on it at some point and water's got in there and just rusted it. So I spent quite a considerable amount of time repairing that and getting that done. So then I went into the rules and regulations of the series and obviously what they wanted and what they didn't want. Couldn't have any fuel system, or I couldn't have fuel system exposed inside the car, which was a bit of a problem because I had a swirl pot in between the rear of the cage, fuel pump and fuel filter all in the back. So I messaged them and said, what do you suggest that I do? Because I don't really want to put it in the boot, because obviously it's not safe if you have an accident and you want it inside the cage, because then it's going to be as you know, not get hit by anything or whatever. They
like
said,
the PBS car.
Yeah, so pretty much you can put a bulkhead in the back. So I don't want to do that, because I don't want to put a bulkhead up the back of the cage. Said, or you can box it in. So went down the route of obviously making a box, designing a box. So I moved the fuel filter to the engine bay, to be fair, because it was easier to move.
He looked like
yeah.
VA from the A-Team, welded everything up in the
room. And then made a fuel system. So obviously fuel swirl pot, fuel pump with inside the box, and then obviously bulkhead fittings out of the box, a drain in the box, so that obviously if it does leak in there, it leaks out, it goes out underneath the car, so there's a drain in the box as well. Sort of basically went with everything they wanted, but I've done a removable lid, so obviously I can get in there, service anything, get anything that I want to get at. just foam sealed it on the top, so like a double-sided foam just to create a seal on the top. So yeah, sort of done all that. Yeah, geez, I don't know how many hours. Probably, to be fair, I was here bank holiday Saturday, the bank holiday Sunday, the bank holiday Monday.
It's my little violin.
Yeah, and then pretty much consistently every night after work for 2-3 hours for 2 weeks.
Loving it. Working on his own car, which is
Had
something rare.
had to have door cards.
I noticed they would do, yeah. But it is rare that you get a chance to work on your own car. You're always so busy.
Well, say get a chance. You mean I made?
Well, you made a chance.
Time,
so there
yeah.
wasn't time, then you made time, and that's what you got to do. If you've got to burn the candle at both ends, so to speak, then so be it. But what a car, man. I mean, it was quick anyway, but it sounds immense at the moment, and maybe that's just because I'm not used to it, because I've not heard it for a while.
Not heard it for such a long time. I mean, we did things like oil and filter, servicing, obviously put a set of plugs in it, didn't put a new wideband in because obviously that had gone down. You know, loads of just little bits. I'd do front brake pads in it because I didn't know what pads were in the caliper. I'd changed calipers to Willwoods, and then I didn't know what pads were in there.
PBS pads we've gone for, so thank you PBS.
Yeah, and then I changed to PBS, so I knew what was in there. You know, stuff like that. Just generally going over the car, make sure it's all right. Look, it's got brand new tyres on it, so that's all right. But we are out this Sunday at Blighton Park. So obviously the class that I've entered for is 300 to 350 brake horsepower. So we wanted to get as close as we could to that, obviously to the top end of that limit, which we've managed to achieve. So we've tuned to 350 brake. Yeah, there's not really a lot more you can say about that.
It's going to be epic, man. Are you taking your GoPro?
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Are you allowed to?
Yeah, as long as it's secured and got a secondary mount, apparently.
Okay, good stuff.
So,
and then I believe Gary might be going as well.
Gary's coming.
So Gary will get some footage, hopefully.
Yeah.
Although he has only got a Nokia 6210.
Yeah, he might have to nick my phone.
Yeah, he might have to, yeah. But yeah, brilliant. Should we look at the graph?
Let's have a look at the graph.
Let's look at the graph.
So there she is, guys, and what a slope that is. Doesn't that look awesome? It's like a ski slope. Loads of power, supercharged K20. It's just VTEC on steroids. I've said it before. It's probably the most awesome thing you could do to a K20. Yep, finishing on, we'll call that 350, but it is 348.2. So within the class that he's entering in. Brilliant. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And Gary is going to clean this car, so it's looking mint on the trailer on the way to the obviously the track for this weekend. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich? Yeah, we will.
I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.